Chad starts off this hour in Minneapolis. Hi, Chad. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call, Dave and Chrissy.
Sure.
So, a little backstory. Separated and divorced in 2020. Was able to, contribute to all the bills through the divorce late last year, and was able to pay off $30,000 in debt, and actually paid off all of the balance of my student loan, $7,000 this morning. So I'm officially debt free.
Good for you.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So 2020 was rough, but we got through some stuff. So my situation is I'm currently living in a home owned by my company for free. It's a great place. I just cover utilities. I'm sort of a pseudo caretaker of the house with no plan to need to move off of that. Through the divorce, I gained sole possession of a rental that we used to live in. We only lived there for about a year, about 7 years ago. So I'm aware of that. There's probably some long-term capital gains tax on that. I owe $45,000. It's worth about $105,000. So capital gains on that, I think, is 20% of about $12,000. I've got a great renter in there. It's actually my ex-wife's family who's living in that house. And looking at with where real estate is now, me not needing a place to live, doesn't make sense to sell the house, pay the tax, put that money that I would make on that into the market so that I have money for a down payment in the future.
Wow, there's a lot of crap going on there.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's oxymoronic to say my ex-wife's in-laws are living in it and they're great renters. These things all
That was
don't
in
go
the same breath. He said that in the same breath.
I know.
I've got great renters, and it's my ex-wife's in-laws.
One
I was like,
sentence,
oh, that's okay, great.
So, what's your definition of a great renter? They pay?
They pay. They're clean.
I'm guessing you have a good relationship. Sort of good relationship.
Yeah, even through the divorce, myself and my ex-wife's family, we still get along really well. So it wasn't like this terrible this back and forth divorce. We divorced.
Chad is just a nice guy.
Like that. So.
He's a nice guy.
I mean, this is
great.
That's good.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's good. We're shocked. We're shocked, Chad, but it's good.
It's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's a good shock.
So you don't have a home that you live in because your company that you work for furnishes you one. You're 100% debt free. You have your emergency fund in place, or will have shortly. What is your income?
105.
Okay.
Plus a hot or cold bonus annually in February.
Okay.
So got one this year, but
so generally speaking,
sure
set aside the whole drama of the divorce and the in-laws and all that stuff, and just say, okay, we have a rental property that we owe $45,000 on. Do I sell it? I don't know why you would.
Well, so looking at let's just say 3 years ago. So I'm tied to that company. Is if I were ever to
if you ever needed a house
job,
and you wanted to take the money out of that house, you could just sell it then.
Right.
So why sell it now?
Well, because it's I don't know that the house is ever going to be worth more, and
why wouldn't it be?
Just with the market that I'm in, it's a rural town, only about 500 people. Houses don't fly off the shelves. And I'm just looking at would I make a better return on my money?
Is it an area of the city that is blighted? I mean, if you wouldn't buy this piece of real estate as an investment, were you buying real estate today?
It's not a great area for buying real estate as an investment.
Why?
I don't know. I guess maybe it is. I bought it on a foreclosure.
That's not the point.
Sweat equity.
Why?
No, right.
You made a clear statement. Why? It's possible that your statement's correct. I wasn't saying you're wrong. I'm just understanding why.
You're just saying it's so rural? Like it's...
No, it's a row house. It's an inner city house, right?
Oh.
No. It's not inner city. It's a rural.
Rural.
Yeah,
I misunderstood.
Like 500 people in the town. So small town, people are not moving there often. It's hard to move.
So
I get it.
Only 500 people in the town.
Oh,
with no, we're the
okay.
closest large city is Minneapolis, but
Yeah, I probably would not buy that as a rental then. I wouldn't disagree with you.
You're driving 20 minutes to go to Walmart.
Yeah, there's not a vibrant enough market for it to increase a lot in value, is what you're saying, because the market's not very big. So that's why you wouldn't. That's why you wouldn't buy it again. Okay.
Right.
So when is their lease up?
So I currently do not have a lease with them.
Okay.
So we've just been kind of poking along at it.
What do they pay in rent?
$700.
Is that market?
Yeah, that's market.
Okay.
The mortgage on it is
okay. Well,
like
we got to take the whole thing into consideration. I'm not worried about the in-laws because you're not, ex-in-laws because you're not. So, but if with a standard tenant in there or with them, I'm going to offer them a slight discount on the rent to stay in the property with a 30-day notice to leave, which is what they have now, and because they don't have a lease. And the discount is to keep the property sparkling clean and show ready because we're putting it on the market. If they don't want the property to be shown and they won't keep it sparkling clean for a slight discount in the rent and continue with the 30-day notice promise, then they need to go ahead and leave and you need to put it on the market.
Right. Yeah, I think that's more so. I just wanted to.
Yeah. Now, how to couch that in a conversation where it doesn't feel like you're hitting back from the divorce is an interesting discussion too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the delicate balance is that great.
So it's also okay to wait till fall to do this and let this all get a little more water under the bridge. If you want to be nice to them. If you want to be super nice to them.
Right. Well, yeah. So.
I mean, but you don't need the money, and there's no rush.
No, I don't need the money. But looking at if that money was in a mutual fund, could I be looking at 10%? Because I'm not, obviously the longer they stay in the rental, the more in principle that's.
It's completely okay to move them now. But the closer to the divorce you move them, the more they're going to interpret that as hitting back, regardless of what you say. Because human beings are just going to act that way. I think. Do you think?
Yeah, I think the timing and the way that you present it is going to matter a lot.
Yeah. And, but there's no, even what you would make on it is there. Oh, and by the way, your capital gains calculation is wrong. You need to talk to your tax guy. It's not based on the equity in the house. It's based on what you paid for it minus the depreciation you've taken, which is your adjusted basis, subtracting from your sale price. What you owe on it has nothing to do with the calculation.